Water on water, Katrina right there.
Up next, the Clippers take... Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Redick. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. For the finish. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
The 3 from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic passes to Redick. Doncic dishes to Redick. Doncic kicks to Redick. The pass to Cauley-Stein. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Burke, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Back to Zubac. On the wing, Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, no good. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist by Burke.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the quick 3. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Zubac, Los Angeles with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Doncic against George. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Burke. Lays it up and banks it in. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
Clippers trail by 5. Now here's Rondo. Will it go? And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Richardson. Now here's Brunson. Back to Redick. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Rondo. Pass to Morris. From deep three-point range. Up again. The Mavericks pull it in. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Powell finds Redick. And Morris comes over to help. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Morris for 3. Oh, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so the first quarter is in the book. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
You know, this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Rondo against Doncic. He feeds it to Powell. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 5.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Passes to Doncic. Over Rondo. He can't hit that time. and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Redick finds Doncic. Powell down low. Patterson on him. Good on the bucket. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Doncic against Rondo. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Powell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
To the paint, Powell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Patterson dishes to George. Basket good.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Inside. Hangs. And no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim. Powell's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Leonard. 1:30 left to play here in the half. George with the bucket.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Now Doncic. Now the pass to Powell. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Rondo looking over the floor. And Leonard has it in the corner. The 9-foot shot. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Rondo against Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Doncic right side. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target from 3-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Patterson. Kleba with the rebound. Fast break Dallas. With the shot. And it's Dallas with another.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Leonard with the ball. Rondo wide open. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. Well, for the Mavericks. And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And here's Leonard from three. Mavericks with the rebound. 4-on-3 break. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Cauley Stein. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Porzingis with the ball. George picks him up. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Looking to end the run. That shot off the mark. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Yes, that goes in. Cauley Stein's got 4 this quarter.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
George against Richardson. And stolen by Cauley Stein. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Zubats, that's good.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Out to the wing. Back to Brunson. Richardson gets a wide open look. Cauley Stein. Richardson kicks to Cauley Stein. Richardson right side. Just 5 on the clock. To the left wing. Here's Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 15. And George, here we go. Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Brunson with a clean look. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Out to the right wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Batum finds Zubats. Doesn't go for him.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Luka Doncic. He's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic. It's good. Doncic has got 6 points.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Here's Oturu. Cauley Stein defending. Here's Coffey. No good on the 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the paint. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Doncic. 10 points for him.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rondo, no good. Doncic against Rondo. Doncic outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Dallas, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Powell in at the center, locking down the middle. And Burke has it in the corner. Powell kicks to Doncic. Back to Powell. Passes it to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Morris. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Mann, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Pass to Marjanovic. Over Patterson. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Rondo passes to Morris. There's the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Doncic against Rondo. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Mavericks leading by 15. And they double up Doncic. Rondo with the steal. Kennard for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Powell's got his fifth rebound in this one. Here's Burke. That three off the mark. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Count that one.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's Kennard. Takes the 13-footer. The shot off that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And an intentional foul right there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here too. J.J. Redick's checked in for Burke. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. Here's Jackson. Outside for George. Shoots over Redick. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Hardaway with the steal. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 15. George passes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Outside Hardaway. Powell kicks to Redick. To the inside. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Clippers running out of time. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and it's George missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Dallas.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
Outside, Redick. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Leonard. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Outside for Redick. And there's the feed to Hardaway. Redick passes to Powell. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Powell. On the wing, Doncic. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. Not going to go that time. Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. So we see the Maverick. All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the GA.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Burke. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Now here's Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. Up and in on the layup. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Over Lillard. Up and in from the low block.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Jacks up a 3. Nurkic doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Burke. Rebounded by McCollum.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Lillard missing. Mavericks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Burke. The offensive rebound. That one doesn't drop. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Elbow shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Covington with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Finney Smith. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. And that one, good.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Hardaway against Powell. Hardaway, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard, and he banks in the layup.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Brunson against Jones. Brunson the pass to Powell. Good work there as it goes.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break. It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, They feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Now Marjanovic after the missed three from Damian Lillard. And it goes down 2 points. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kanter's checked in, and Lillard gets double-teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Dallas. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dallas leading by 7. Now here's Marjanovic over Jones. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Nobody near Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 5.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Down low. And Kanter throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Hardaway after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. On the wing, Jones. Kleba against Anthony to the middle. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Kanter. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So
There's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Here's McCollum. Portland needs to get off a shot. Shoots over Redick. And the shot is long.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Jones. Kleba kicks to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Hardaway. Kleba with it. Jones covering. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
A three from McCollum. Here's Cantor. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And so they foul intentionally. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Little, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Marjanovic. He's got 6. Here's Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Little gets the bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Doncic looking it over. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Burke. And the shot goes in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Simons. The 9-foot shot. Here's Cantor. Passes it to Giles. Shoots over Marjanovic. No good there off the double clutch. And so
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was all about Dallas as the game got going. They had the upper hand early. Defense. And...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Trailblazers trail by 11, and he commits the intentional foul. Josh Richardson's checked in for Burke. Anthony's checked in for Portland. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Portland. Doncic with it. And the pass to Marjanovic. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 8.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Anthony on the wing. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Here's Cauley Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. And Portland with a change here, too. Cantor's checked in. Here is Lillard. He has 5. The feed now to Nurkic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He has 6.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Now, here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's McCollum over Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Richardson.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Giles checked in for Cantor, and it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Simons. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Giles. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Dallas leading by 10. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
So it's the Mavericks now. Portland making their last shot. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Richardson dishes to Powell. Nurkic with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Robert Covington's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 8. Simons surveying the D. Powell the pass to Porzingis. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Hardaway against Powell. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Hardaway Jr. guys doing a nice job. They're just taking what the defense gives them in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
Here's Simons. Right side Jones. Here's Simons. Cauley-Stein defending. The layup off target. Here's Redick. Count it. Good. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
He has the ability to get to the basket, too. Like seeing Redick put it on the deck and get it done off the dribble.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Back to the action after this word. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Trey Burke. Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Doncic, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Lillard looking around. Pass to McCollum for the 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, Cauley Stein following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And they go to the intentional foul, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Portland also making some changes. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Norman Powell.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Burke finds Brunson. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now here's Burke. In the corner, Powell with it. Here's Marjanovic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Giles checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Giles. Here's Simons. The pass to Cantor. Off target at the rim. Mavericks leading by 15. Richardson with it. Now defended by McCollum. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
And, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
And that one drops for him.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Now, here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. McCollum no good. Richardson against McCollum, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Powell, he's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Redick surveying the D. Right wing. Here's Melli. No good from outside. Lillard from deep three-point land. Here's Giles. Kicks it out to McCollum. And stolen by Redick. So no problem for Dallas as they get the... All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. The lights of downtown reflect. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the five. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot, manning the middle. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. George passes to Batum. Leonard, that's for two. The shot that time, not on target. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Now here is George. After the miss from Damian Lillard, just 5 to shoot. A shot by Batum, no good. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The three from McCollum hits it from three-point range.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Outside, George.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The putback. The Clippers grab the miss. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. McCollum finds Powell. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. They get it back. Kicks it out to Lillard. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, it's settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6. And Leonard gets it to go. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. That one from long range. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Portland. Clippers trail by 5. Step back shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Shoots from 12. George against McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum finds Powell. Pulls it up. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
Now Jackson. Batum with the bounce pass. Leonard looking around. A three-pointer, no good. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. What a defensive. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how
everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Enes Kanter, Little out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The shot's good from Kennard.
There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Poke loose. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Now the feed to Cantor. Portland needs to get off a shot. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Fouled on the shot and picks up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo passes to Oturu. Up top, Leonard. The jump hook, and they pick up two.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Jones, the pass to Cantor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The strength and skill level of Cantor just too much to handle there.
Portland may have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Rondo passes to Oturu. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. From outside the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Little can't hit.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Rondo wide open. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Leonard with the steal. 1:57 left in the second quarter. There's the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Jackson kicks to George. Batum, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard dishes to McCollum. They get it back. Cantor. Back to Lillard from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 9.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
A nice shot by George. Here is Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. He kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but Still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Cantor. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
He rifled that one in from distance. 12 points for him.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, and that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Here's Lillard. Goes up from the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got 14.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blowback.
George finds Leonard. And he lays it straight in.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
McCollum against George. McCollum with the ball. He's got 10. Takes the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Can't cash in from close range.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
And it's slammed in by Jones.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. Lillard outside. And he overshot that one, missing. Clippers trail by 7. Kennard the pass to Morris. Offline with his 3. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Lillard missing.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Rondo passes to Oturu. Out to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Mann. Stolen by Kanter. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now the Clippers on the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Clippers trail by 7. Rondo kicks to Morris. Offside Rondo. Now the pass to Oturu. Clock at 6. Here's Rondo. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Powell, no one around him.
Come on.
From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mann passes to Morris. A 3-ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Powell for 3. Drops in the tray. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into score.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. Here's Simons. Down low. Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, this is kind of that set play here for Kanter where he can show his wares. Good instincts there on the pick and roll.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Rondo looking around. To the inside. Here's Patterson. No good. Shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The putback. Morris with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Stolen by Kanter. And Portland with another turnover here. A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Kanter. And it's Derek Jones in for Anthony. Clippers trail by 8. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now, here is George. Pass to Zubats. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses from short range. Trailblazers leading by 8. Left block shot on the way. Giles. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jackson looking around. Inside. Nice move. No good from Zubats. The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And the dunk by Covington.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And both free throws good for Paul George.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Jackson against Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers leading by 12. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Banked in off the glass.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Lillard against Zubats. Kicks it out to Lillard. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got 21.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Lillard from outside. They get the rebound. Nurkic kicks to McCullough. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Second chance shot, and Nurkic finishes inside. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas are setting tonight. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the power forward. And for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Burke. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Batum tips it back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, here's Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the 2-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now, Doncic. Paul George missing from long range. Just 5 on the clock. And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
George against Doncic. From the line. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now, here's Doncic. Cauley-Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
George with the bounce pass. Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here is Los Angeles now. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. Lets it go with the three. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. Leonard on the wing. George way outside. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Finney Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
George up top. Brunson covering. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Brunson the pass to Porzingis, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's George. Leonard on the wing. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Marjanovic down low. He gets it in there. Jackson deciding where to go with it. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Clippers lead by... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then there's CLA Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Burke in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Kennard for 3. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks trailing. Right side Hardaway. Here's CLA Stein. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. A different look for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Richardson outside. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. From down low. Here's CLA Stein. Tries again. Oturu with the rebound.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Here's Richardson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Coffee passes to Oturu. Shoots over Powell. There's the pass to Coffee. Doncic against Rondo. Pass to Oturu. That's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. From 18 feet away. And it's CLA Stein again missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the basket by Oturu.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. CLA Stein finds Hardaway. Powell inside. Morris is there. Powell, that's good. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Passes to Kennard. Down low. Here's Oturu. Pass to Kennard. Now Rondo. 5 to shoot. Count the basket. Rondo's got his first bucket in this one. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
And here's Rondo after Luka Doncic's bucket. The pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard. There's the dish to Morris. Drops in the layup for 2. Morris has got the lead back up to 3 now for Los Angeles. 1:11 left now here in the second. Doncic against Rondo. And there it is for him. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Morris outside. 3-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2 for Dallas. They've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Doncic outside. To the middle. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Powell's got his second basket.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Pass to Coffee. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris looking over the floor. Rondo dishes to Morris. On the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Coffee. Here's the 3. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good action during the period as it was... And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 1-point game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the point. And the dunk by Zubac. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Jackson misses. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, G8, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Dallas. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's George. Over Burke. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Burke. It's a 3-point game. The putback. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Los Angeles making a switch here. It's George on the wing. The pass to Mann. Back to George. Pass to Mann. He kicks to Leonard. Over Hardaway. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Patterson's got his first points of the game.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Doncic looking it over. Here's Marjanovic. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Outside, George. Passes it to Patterson. Here's George. Pass to Mann. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Foul. He's checked in for Marjanovic. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. 1:32 left here in the third quarter. Leonard the pass to Oturu. Here's Mann, covered by Redick. 6 to shoot. Jackson down low, guarded by Doncic. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jackson. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. 1:04 left to play in the third. And Redick kicks to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. Clock at 6. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Outside Jackson. Kennard finds Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. And he gets the bucket. He's got 9.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to Porzingis, releases, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Richardson the pass to Powell. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And we just finished the third. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Melli in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Rondo. The pass to Coffey. Here's Oturu. Here's Rondo. 5 on the clock. In the corner, Kennard with it. And now we've got the intentional foul. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. To the inside, Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Rondo against Brunson. Rondo on top. And the shot is good.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Brunson against Rondo. Here's Finney-Smith. Cauley-Stein kicks to Finney-Smith. Rondo against Brunson. And it's good, 2 points. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Out to the right wing. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now Brunson. And he comes up with the deuce.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Passes to Burke. And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Melli. Shot clock at 5. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Burke looking over the floor. High post, Cauley-Stein. Shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Hardaway finds Marjanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Nicholas Batum. So the first one drops, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a four-point ball game.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
.58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Got it!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now here is George. Doncic with the steal, and Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. Two free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a six-point ball game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Doncic. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Here now the Clippers. George from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Hardaway. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Now, here's George from downtown. The shot misses. And here is Doncic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Soaring high above the will. We are near.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. You've got Burke. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Doncic. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. And too long on the shot. Cauley Stein kicks to Burke. Cauley Stein. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Now Powell. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Fast break Dallas. Here's Burke. And the layup is good.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's Covington on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Powell. Porzingis against Covington.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Ahead. Out to Doncic. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Pass to Powell to halt the run. That shot no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Finney-Smith passes to Burke. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shoots it, and the jumper is good. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal 2-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Lillard with the bucket.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
1:27 left to play here in the first. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Count it. Porzingis has got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Doncic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Cauley Stein. This one for three. That one also missed for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Dallas leading by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lays it up off the glass. He has 6.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Lillard right side, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks...
And so it's Dallas, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Marjanovic, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Powell in at center.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Mavericks leading by 5. Brunson scanning the floor. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. The shot from the low post is good. Simons has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Richardson finds Brunson. Out to Hardaway. Clock at 4. Back to Brunson. Fires the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Simons. Floats one. Powell pulls it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Giles, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Little. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Jones. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Cantor. A 3 from McCollum. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Redick finds Hardaway. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jones, the pass to McCollum. Portland, no good that time either.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
To the wing on the left. Doncic outside. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Cauley-Stein. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Powell in for McCollum. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Nurkic. Covington into the lane. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
1 second left. Powell, that's good. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, give us your... And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
and they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Lillard with it. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Lillard against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. They grab their own miss. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Powell hits the front of the rim and out.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Redick finds Porzingis. Left side, Redick. Pass to Finney-Smith. Inside. And they go to the intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for Damian Lillard. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And that one's good. Doncic.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Trailblazers trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's McCollum with the drive. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Drains the three-pointer. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Redick passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside, and there's the pass to Cauley Stein. Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. And another shot. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Doncic left side. To the middle with...
Oh, man. Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Cantor kicks to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Redick. Back to Doncic. Stolen by Cantor. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. The Mavericks also with a sub. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic. Little passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Pass to Cauley Stein. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. No good on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
The feed to Cauley Stein. Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots over Cantor. And And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good, so both teams changing it up here. Good on both. Lillard outside. And the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Here's Giles. Banked in off the glass. Giles has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks leading by 7. On the court for the Mavericks. Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Powell in at the center filling out the middle. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The first free throw is good. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Anthony Simons. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now Burke. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for Portland. They get a hand on it. Out left to the wing. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Lock at 6. Here's Powell. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
Lillard dishes to Covington. That one drops for him.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Brunson against Lillard. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Porzingis inside. Anthony on him. It's good.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Brunson against McCollum. Yep, that one goes. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Brunson the pass to Burke. Beyond the arc. Brunson no good.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And guys, you've seen it countless times. In a close game, hustle plays can really make the difference.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic is checked in. Outside, Jones. And Giles now top of the key. McCollum deciding where to go with it. A three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks leading by 7. Doncic passes to Porzingis.
You know, guys, KP.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in
to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Lillard comes in for Jones. And Robert Covington subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And an intentional foul right there. Here's Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Here's Cauley Stein. And Covington sends it back. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. To tie it up. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Portland.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Covington with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Richardson.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Outstanding execution that time. Hardaway Jr. loves being the guy they go to in these situations.
1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
A different look now for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony, and McCollum subbed in for Giles. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Burke in for Richardson. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. McCollum, no good. Here's Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Covington in the corner. Powell, no one around him. They get it again. Nurkic, Portland moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. To take the lead. Just 4 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Mavericks with the rebound. And here is Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. And Burke has it in the corner. Knocks down the 3. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
for the land of the...
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Paul George with the steal. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Powell. And here's McCollum for 3. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Both free throws good from Lillard.
Now you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Jackson with it to the inside. Nurkic with the steal. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell against Jackson. Powell dishes to McCollum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one. Oh,
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Lillard with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's George. And George with the stuff.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Covington passes to Nurkic. Here's Powell. Back to Nurkic. Passes it to Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound. Goes back up. Kicks it out to McCollum. Off target from three-point range. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nobody near George. Sinks the triple. He has 5.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. 1:43 left in the first quarter of the game. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. There's the 3. It will not find the hoop. It's his 3rd miss. He has made 2. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. And that's now 9 points for Damian Lillard. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Pass to George. Knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Rondo looking around. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's Simons. And Kanter now top the key. Here's Oturu. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, Moore's in position. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. Powell dishes to Anthony. Jones the pass to Simons. Kanter inside. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Leonard with no one around. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 6. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got C.J. McCollum, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's Rondo. Up and in on the layup.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons surveying the D. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Little in for C.J. McCollum. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Here's Mann. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Down low. Very pretty alley-oop layup. Covington's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. There's the pass to Little. The Clippers grab the miss. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Stolen by Kanter. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First one falls for him.
Now, Cantor is so hungry and has the desire to be an impact player on the glass every night. A very good low post scorer who can rebound at a high level.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. The wide open shot by Little. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Cantor, the pass to Giles. Cantor inside, defended by George. Second shot opportunity, and Cantor with the lay-in. Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Here's Oturu. George looking around. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Giles. Now he's checked in for Little. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. And it's Leonard missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Powell finds Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the rejection by Jackson. George passes to Jackson. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Zubac.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Back to Lillard. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it. Lillard's got 11 points.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Lillard against Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he lobs it up.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Now George. 3 seconds left, and it's George finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so it's Portland looking at a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that does it for our...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Batum's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Zubac, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Clippers trail by 13. Leonard the pass to Jackson.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Lillard against Jackson. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. The shot comes out. 3 that time from Leonard.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trail Blazers. The Clippers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Shoots from 8. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Outside Jackson. Inside. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George. Shakes him. And Covington sends it back. And he's able to get it back. George with the bucket.
Yeah, Paul George athleticism sneaking in there, getting a second chance opportunity, and then he ends up cashing in.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's Simons. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. Outside Anthony. Covington in the corner. Outside Anthony. Back to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Cantor with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Puts one up from 19. Cantor's shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over Cantor. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Zubac.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession is just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lillard against Rondo. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Back to Lillard. And that one drops. Lillard's got 16.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo dishes to Morris. Launches it. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers trail by 8. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Giles in at the four-man position. Now, here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
He dialed that one up from long distance. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
And here's Morris for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Clippers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Kicks it out to Leonard. Uncovered. Unable to get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. A good look from McCollum. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Batum, good.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 11-point game. Fires for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
McCollum up top. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
Just a smooth scorer is C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. Anthony comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Powell. McCollum with the ball. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. George finds Zubats. Outside for George. Over Anthony. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. From deep. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McCollum passes to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Nurkic against Zubats. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the paint. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
McCollum finds Lillard. To the middle. And the dunk by Covington.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Pass to Anthony. From deep three-point range, no good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.